Yeah, it's so exciting.
Isn't it crazy how we're still marching for rights just like they did back in 1965?
Yeah, that is so crazy, but thankfully for the First Amendment, we're allowed to have free assembly and petition, which is a pretty wonderful thing, I think. And we are so lucky that we have the chance to march because that means that we have the chance to make a difference. And even though some people may think that marches can become unsafe, it's actually a really good opportunity for us Americans to voice our opinions.
The reason we're able to fight for our lives is because the First Amendment has given us the free right of petition and assembly. Thanks to the First Amendment, we're allowed to voice our opinion if we don't agree with something, and we can protest against it.
I think just that many people in a crowd, when interviewers go and like pick people out of the crowd, there's just a lot of different voices with a lot of different opinions all at once in one spot. So it kind of shows a diversity of different angles of the issue. So I think it's a really great way. Like as you said, if it does not turn violent.
This First Amendment allows us to voice opinions that also allows us to make a change.
To only pretend to listen, then we will take action where it counts. We will take action every day in every way until they simply cannot ignore us anymore. Today, we march, we fight, we roar. We prepare our signs, we raise them high. We know what we want, we know how to get it, and we are not waiting any longer.
How do you think marches and protests help to create change?
It shows the government and administrations that there's a lot of people and they're not stoppable and they're unified and they will be heard whether or not they want to hear them.
Aren't you guys worried though? The marches might get a little violent.
Not really. Like, it doesn't happen a lot. Plus, this march is supposed to be peaceful.
I do believe that the university has a right to protect its students from demonstrations once they become acts of violence.
Is that the only way to get lobbyists out of politics? Because whether it's Democrats or Republicans, it seems that the only way we can get back our country is if lobbyists, all of them, are eliminated in America.
Well, let me say it would be very hard to eliminate lobbyists. First, it is included in the Constitution of the United States that people have the right to lobby the government. They have that constitutional right. There's a protection for that. But that said,
Hi, we're here today to talk about our First Amendment right to assemble peacefully. Voting is the #1 way to have our voices heard, but protesting and marches is another way, and it's very important that our voices are heard in this day and age. The current administration would like to stifle us and stop us from having a voice, but we refuse to do that.
I went to the Women's March in D.C. and to protests in Chicago.
How do you think it's beneficial for Americans to have the right to have free assembly and petition?
So I think that's one of the most important rights that we enjoy as Americans, and I think it helps. I think it's important for us to think about in our identity of Americans and understanding the unique government that we live under democracy, and to totally understand what that means, we really have to understand the right to peaceful assembly. So I think it's extremely important. I think that sometimes as a society we have trouble figuring out what we think it means.
Yeah.
And some would argue that's underutilized, that there should be more public demonstration, for example. There's been more in the last few years. I've even been able to participate in marches that I had not participated in before, and so I do think that's extremely important. That we should allow, it should not be restricted except when it's not peaceful, and there's a risk or danger. So I think that's extremely important, and I think it's what differentiates us from a lot of other countries also.
Do you think it could ever become unsafe though? Like the marches and protests could be
Sure.
become too unsafe?
Yeah, absolutely. People can become very emotional, and
Oh yeah.
so there are opposing viewpoints about many matters, and so it's we rely heavily on public safety officers to make sure that we provide for a safe environment. I don't know what the statistics are, but I would guess if you looked at the statistics, I would guess that the number of incidents related to public demonstration or assembly, I think probably there are not a percentage of events where there are dangerous incidents is probably fairly small. You hear about them now. When people are, especially if people are seriously injured or even killed, then you definitely hear about those. But I think for the most part they're done. It is done peacefully, and I think it's really powerful, and I think it gets people thinking about things differently, and it lets politicians know that people are engaged. And I think it's an important way of showing engagement. So we do lots of voting is a very private act, and so you can vote and that's important. No one's really necessarily going to know what you do, but when you assemble, you are making a statement publicly that this is what I believe, and I think it's important. So.
And do you think that by protesting and marching, do you think it gets like a point across and can make change?
I think it does. I think it can do a couple different things. One is that it strengthens the membership of a group, and so by doing it, I think it helps individuals come together who think things in a similar way, and it helps to build community there. So whether it influences another external group or party, or entity, it's important for building the cohesiveness and the message of that particular group. So I think that's important. I do think it is. I think we have seen examples where public assembly has been persuasive in getting elected officials to at least think about, about the matters and the way that people are going to react to it, and to listen and to feel obligated to respond to it. I think in some particular way. It doesn't always. That's why I think that there's a certain amount of satisfaction that can be gained from doing it, even if you don't persuade a change of a law or a change of a policy. I think that's an important step. But it's also active. It's sometimes I'm a pretty private person, and so it's not easy for me to carry a sign and to do. But that's important to do, and I think it's not for everyone, but I think it's an important act that's it's unique to democracy for sure, and probably even more so.